Gary Thompson, the sales communication professional, best-selling author and private equity investor, says, master the client conversion ladder and optimize your business success. He continues, many rising stars in business try to get from A to Z in a split second in the client conversion journey. That approach will set you up for frustration, time, money, and effort being wasted. The alphabet has 26 letters. Each letter has great significance in words formation and in human expression. The client conversion process has many steps, and when these steps are overlooked, it negatively influences your ability to attract and communicate with the ideal client. You must invest in breaking through the know, like, and trust barriers that allow you to win in business. He went on to say, the first step in your client conversion journey begins with relationships. 1. Fill the relationship gaps. 2. Leverage relationships to overcome client rejection. 3. And position your brand to stand out in the market. Gary wants you to be successful and invites you to call us today to help you master the client conversion ladder, optimize your brand recognition, and increase the cash flow of your business.
Any attempt to master your sense of direction in the context of starting and scaling your 6, 7, and 9-figure brand, in the context of building wealth and positioning yourself to attain financial freedom, means that you are building your personal brand. This means that you're investing your time, talent, and resources to build your personal brand. The big question is, what exactly is your personal brand? Your personal brand is a reflection of your sense of self that says, this is who I am. I will explain that further shortly. Your personal brand is a reflection of your sense of purpose that says, this is who I serve. Your personal brand is a reflection of your sense of direction that says, these are my targeted outcome. How clear are you about this? The reason you're going to struggle to master your sense of direction is because you're not clear about most of these things. But to master your sense of direction goes deeper. It looks into, how are you positioned to be known? Are you invisible or are you visible? And how are you positioned to be known? How are you positioned to be liked? And how are you positioned to be trusted? Now, all of this plays very significantly into your pathway to master your sense of direction. Again, you are going to be shaky. You're going to be compromised when you don't have a clear understanding of this entire process. So you're attempting to position yourself to build wealth. You're attempting to start and scale your 6, 7, and 9-figure brand. But in spite of how hard you're working, everything seems to be going sideways. And this is the reason why we started off this program by doing a deep dive into your sense of self, by doing a deep dive into your sense of purpose. And now we're doing that deep dive into your sense of, let me quickly recap what I said, and then I'm going to begin to expand a little bit on that thought process. It's important to invest in building your personal brand. To master your sense of direction, you need to have a personal brand. And what is your personal brand? I said your personal brand is a reflection of your sense of self that says, this is who I am. Are you building a personal brand that helps the public to identify with who you are? The possibility exists that as you set yourself up to build your personal brand, you're building a personal brand where people are now identifying with you as the individual who is able to help them to optimize their client conversion process. That's your sense of direction. And that's how you're branding yourself. You're building a very strong brand that is really helping people to say and know that this is who you are. You are the client conversion specialist, and you understand the ins and outs about this process. For example, you understand the importance of the relationship vocabulary. You understand the importance of brand visibility, brand reach, brand impact, brand client conversion, cash flow optimization. You understand the entire ecosystem. And based on this is how you are setting out to help people to know you. Your personal brand is a reflection of your sense of self that says, this is who I am. So when you have a weak sense of self, you're not able to do this effectively. But when you have a strong self, it's much easier for you to accomplish this because it's relevant to personal branding. Step 2, your personal branding. Your personal brand is a reflection of your sense of purpose that says, this is who I serve. So as you build your brand, your personal brand, to help people to optimize the client conversion process, you're saying, and you're very clear about who you're serving, because you're not going to serve everyone here. You might be serving micro businesses and small businesses, medium-sized businesses, or perhaps large-scale businesses. And each of these business types or demographic types, they have specific needs. A bigger business may not have necessarily cash flow challenge, but a micro and small businesses, they may have a cash flow problem, and they may also have access to capital problem. So you have to clearly identify who you're serving and how you're going to serve them, because that's what's going to help you to connect with purpose. You want to be deep in on purpose. You're building your brand because your brand is reflecting your sense of purpose. It says this is who you're serving. The third concept that I want you to take away here is building your personal brand is a reflection of your sense of direction that says these are my targeted outcome. And if you listen very carefully to the previous broadcast, I said that your targeted performance outcome has duplicity, because your targeted outcome, yes, is to satisfy people's dreams, hopes, and aspiration above and beyond their expectations. There's no harm in doing that. But it is also about you being able to realize your dreams, hopes, and aspirations, whatever that is. So your sense of direction must be tailored to achieve those objectives, and you want to be very clear about it. So any attempt to master your sense of direction means that these things, you must be clear in it. Again, we're seeing many persons, you're struggling with your sense of self. You're not clear about it. You're struggling with your sense of purpose. You're not clear about it. And you're also struggling with your sense of direction. You're not clear about it. So a lot of time, talent, and capital resources is invested into you doing things that by default is not set to give you predictable outcome or the results that you want. Again, because you don't have the science behind what you're doing, you don't have the proven theory behind what you're doing, you don't have the best practices, you don't have the blueprints, you don't have the SOPs, standard operating procedures, that leads to high rewards, that leads to measurable results, that leads to predictable outcome with the highest degree of accuracy. And that's why you're going to encounter the challenges that you're encountering. You see, our platform really helps you to understand how to start and scale your 6, 7, and 9-figure brand. It really helps you to understand how to position yourself to build wealth. But we are fully aware that your sense of self, sense of purpose, and sense of direction is going to do two things: hold you back or push you forward. So this is ground zero. And the reason we're going to spend a lot of time here is because we want to fix you at this level. So when we start to move forward, you have a clear mental picture. You have a more mature sense of self, a more mature sense of purpose, and a more mature sense of direction. It's necessary. We are interfacing with, a business community from across the world. And sometimes we see people freeze when they start to see the big picture in alignment to what they're going after or should be going after. They start to freeze when they see the magnitude of work. The sense of self is small. The sense of purpose is not mature enough. The sense of direction is not clear. So we are doing this to try to fix that problem. Now that we have exhausted that, I want to emphasize a few other things, and I'm going to give you some highlights of them. Any attempt to master your sense of direction in the context of starting and scaling your 6, 7, and 9-figure brand, in the context of building wealth and positioning yourself to attain financial independence, means that you must invest in building your personal or corporate brand. We have examined exactly what is your personal brand. That story correlates also with your corporate brand. But I also said a couple of things. Now that you have built that personal or corporate brand, you must ask yourself, how are you positioned to be known? Now, your position to be known is heavily influenced by the media, and you have a number of media outlets that is going to help you to get into the known. You have mass media, radio, television, and press. You have the metaverse. You have social media, and you have independent communication channel. Are you able to optimize all of these, to leverage and utilize all of these channels to position your brand to be known? Now, you have control over this, super control over this too. And you need to be in control of this, because it is your ability to influence the outcome in this ecosystem is what's going to predetermine whether you succeed or fail in the context of starting and scaling your 6, 7, and 9-figure brand, in the context of positioning yourself to build wealth, in the context of attaining financial independence. You must be visible to the ideal client. The third question you want to be asking yourself here is, how are you positioned to be liked? You see, you can be positioned to be known, but are you truly positioned to be liked? Because is the likability factor that is going to influence people to come over to your side. Can you master the likability factor? And of course, there are ways in which you can do this. Do you understand psychographics? And do you have the ability to apply psychographic with mastery so as to influence your likability? What does the science says about this? What does the proven theory says about this? What does the best practices says about this? Now, if you don't know this, it makes sense to get a mentor and a coach that could help you to make better, smarter, wiser decisions in the context of navigating this ecosystem. The last concept that I want to share with you today is, now that you've built your personal brand or your corporate brand, how are you positioned to be trusted? Are you asking yourself this question? And are you recognizing that you have super control over this? Or you at least should have super control over this? How you position to be trusted? Are you able to build credibility in the eyes of your team, your target market, the public? How are you positioned to be trusted? And there are a number of best practices. There are a number of science and proven theories that you can learn, apply, and master in this context, because all of this is being done to position you to start and scale your 6, 7, and 9-figure brand, to build wealth, and position yourself to attain financial independence. Now, in conclusion, I want to say that it is so important to invest your time, talent, and resources to learn, apply, and master your sense of self, because your sense of self is relevant to you and your personal brand. It is important to invest your time, talent, and resources to master your sense of purpose, because your sense of purpose is also aligned to your personal brand. How you're going to serve people is going to be a representation of your purpose, a reflection of your purpose. And last but not least, your ability to master your sense of direction also correlates to your personal brand. Your sense of direction is all about how you're leveraging your skills and talents and your gifts to touch and transform people's lives, while at the same time, your dreams of attaining financial independence, your dreams of building wealth, your dreams of pushing your business to become that 6, 7, and 9-figure brand is all in focus here. All right, it's all in focus. So master your sense of self, master your sense of purpose, and master your sense of direction. I want to say this. There's a saying that some people listen but never learn, learn and never apply, apply and never master. And I'm really trusting that you're listening, you're learning, you're mastering, you're applying, and you're mastering this body of knowledge, because I'm absolutely certain it can transform your life. In the event that you need more information on this, I do encourage you to reach out to me. All right, reach out. I'll be so happy to spend some time with you, discuss it, and unlocking this strategy that has been proven to deliver results time and time and time again. In the last episode, I will talk about mastering your targeted performance outcome, which again is a play on your sense of direction. As you move to master your sense of direction, what is your targeted performance outcome? There are people that are moving in a direction and you don't know what's your outcome. You know, it's like you join a club, and why did you join a club? Just to be in a club. If you want to build relationships, that's a reasonable answer. If you want to connect with influential people, that's a good answer. But you just don't join a club because you got money to spend. What's the objective? What is your targeted performance outcome? You join the club because you want to add value, you want to fix problems, you want to, aspire people to be greater than they are. What is your targeted performance outcome? What's in your wallet? So we'll go deep into this in the next lesson. And I trust that you're listening, you're learning, you're applying, and you're mastering these concepts. Be blessed and see you in the next broadcast.
10X Branding and Marketing LLC, powering the next generation of unicorns. At 10X B&M LLC, we specialize in market research, brand innovation, market integration, and client conversion optimization. Our team of experts is dedicated to providing the strategic insights and innovative solutions needed to accelerate growth and unlock your company's full potential. Whether you're a startup looking to attract investors and your ideal clients, or an established business ready for market expansion, we're here to guide you every step of the way. Let 10X Branding and Marketing LLC fuel your journey to exceptional business success. Contact us now for a free consultation on how we can position your business to become a unicorn.